Hey y'all, it's Kai with KBG Welding. You know, the grand argument in the weld industry probably has to do with machines, your equipment. And it's not far-fetched because it's um, just like in mainstream world, what are some of the things you've got rivalries. You've got Home Depot and Lowe's, um, you've got Chevy and Ford, you've got um, a number of other, rivalries. It's usually something that's ingrained in you, and no different from, again, from the welding world with Miller and Lincoln. So, or Lincoln and Miller for those, on keeping score or whatnot. But what I want to show you is kind of, it's really ingrained. It's something that's ingrained because both are great companies, both provide great product, and I've heard, well, in the field, I'll go with Lincoln. In the shop, I'll go with Miller. But ultimately for me, it was more of a, what I was raised on. You know, uh, if my parents were Chevy people, I was raised on Chevy, so I kind of leaned towards the Chevy brand. Um, you know, not true because I have Ford trucks. Came down to affordability at the moment. Uh, so so anyway, so what I was brought up on in the welding world were Miller products from school to the shops. The first shops that I was in, those were uh, what was available there. So that's what I'm comfortable with. So just doing an unboxing and a review of it. So again, no knock, if, Lincoln, if you want to send something, KBG Welding, we're here. We'd love to try and show your products. Um, there are some faults in all things, but longevity, and we've not been overly disappointed, or really too disappointed in into the products that we get. So so we're good. But I just want to uh, share this video with you. Hey, what's up, y'all? KBG Welding. We got an unboxing. We got a Miller. What is this? A millermatic 211. So we got this in. Let's open this up. Got this in. One thing I like about these things is they're pretty lightweight, especially if you dealt with the old model. Those things were, man, you had to have your workout on in order to deal with those. So this is millermatic 211. Pretty versatile, pretty good. We generally use them for our a lot of in-shop stuff, gasless or inner shield wire. Out in the field, we use it inner shield wire. We're doing fences, smaller projects that doesn't need a structural sound. So we got our gun and lead there. One thing about these, these things are sensitive. They don't tend to last too long. It looks like they've got this on here. Maybe that'll help it out. I don't recall that they had it on the first model. Hopefully that extends some life on the liner and on the gun itself. But it's a sensitive, this gun is a sensitive thing. That's usually the first thing to go on a machine. Machine will last and last, but the gun, that's the consumable. That's consumable apart from the tips. The gun itself is pretty much a consumable as fast as it can go. Let's get this out of here. And so there we go. Put this one, this looks a little different from the last version. But nothing real groundbreaking to it. It's got the auto set. Again, we can do, we can do flux core. The flux core, self-shielded, MIG stainless steel, MIG steel 25%, MIG steel, 100%, and MIG aluminum. So that's the settings if you're not familiar with it. And then we got our room for our reel here. We got our drive. A little dark in here. Warranty. We got our ground, I'm not sure what this is. I think that's our ground wire. Have to hook that up. We got an adapter that will change out because we generally use the regular plug and use a pigtail to run 220 off the same plug. So there's all our settings. So that's all Miller Welders 220. Again, let's look at some of the things that come with it. This is MDX gun, MDX series gun. So look at that. We got a regulator in there for argon and mixed gas. And you can bottle the hose, ground clamp, small ground clamp. You get a metal finder, I guess. I'm sure there's a better name for that. To find thickness of metal, a gauge, 030 solid wire. We got the regulator, manual. This one gives us some wrenches. Okay, come on, Miller. Step up in. Got a little Velcro strap and a couple of tips. Just the tips. So some Miller tips there as well. So you want to watch those because that diffuser will get, if you try to use other style, other brand diffuser tips, it'll strip yours out if you try to tighten it down. So you got to watch that. So that's what's included in this. I think this is a simple box. I think they have a more extensive where you can get a cart and you can get different things, but that's what we get in the box. That's our opening up to this point. So my review for this, for the original version, I think we have it in the truck, the one that we use, the one that we've had for a while, is pretty good. I mean, it's consistent. Again, the tips is the main frustration with it. The gun sometimes kinks up, but apart from that, overall the thing's still burning, thing's still running. So it's nothing it's like a $1,500 machine. The gun itself is $150, somewhere $150. So if you have to replace that, it's not, you know, a major overhaul, but you can keep it going. So I think that gun lasted about a year, and it depends on how it's handled, how it's maintained, and that's what it comes down to. So that's what we got, Miller. We'll check it out. If you got anything else for us to review, I'll give it a out of 10 on the Miller so far that we've used, the 211. I give it, like, again, an 8. I give it an 8 because 8 out of 10. Again, just because the Miller brand gun just doesn't seem to last as long. So if you're checking us out, Miller, if you got a better thing, got some input about your MIG gun, get with me, give me a call, and we'd love to try it out. And I'd love to know what we could do different, what we could do better, and get y'all a 10 for 10. All right, it's KBG Welding signing off, serving God, burning rods.